Hello. It's wonderful news that we can once again have public worship in the Church of England. In the benefits of Mount Fryston and South Milford, our public worship will begin on July 5th at 10 a.m. at St. Mary's, South Milford. Now, I know we're all used to picking up the phone and receiving that message saying, please listen to all the options as they have changed recently, or sitting on an airplane and watching the safety video. Quite often we ignore them because either we know what the options are or we think we know enough about aircraft safety. Please do not ignore this video because things not only have changed, they've radically changed. So, if you come to church tomorrow at St. Mary's, please, as you approach the church, make sure you keep social distancing. I know many of us haven't seen each other for a while, but please try to keep social distancing. As you approach the church, there will be someone standing outside who will be there to tell you when it's safe for you to enter. That person will also ask you for your name, your contact number, and your postal code, and these will be recorded. The sole purpose of this information is in case we need to track and trace you in case of an outbreak of Corona-19. That is the only purpose we're taking this information for. Will only be used if that is needed. It will be kept for 21 days on paper, and after that will be destroyed. It will be stored nowhere else, and particularly electronically. As you enter the church, you will notice the collection bowl. If you have something for the collection, please put it in there. There will not be a collection during the service, so please put it in there, and then we can take care of that safely after the service. You'll then walk forward, and there'll be someone with hand sanitizer who will squirt it into your hands. Please rub it in appropriately, and then find a seat. You will notice that certain seats will have a piece of paper on them. That piece of paper contains the collect, the readings, and the post-communion prayer. Those are the seats that are designated to be used. Please sit at one of those. If you are in a family group, you may sit together. We ask you to take one of the seats nearer the wall, and if there's just two of you, the second person sits in the seat closest to the wall. If you're a larger family than that, then please take up an entire aisle. If you're not part of a family, please keep social distancing and only use the seats that have been designated. We are taking every precaution we can to make sure that communion is safe. We are following all the government guidelines, and the communion wafers actually will be, I will put them in a ciborium, in a bowl. They will be covered. I will be wearing gloves while I do that, and they will not be touched again until it comes time to give communion. They will be covered during the entire service. So when we come to communion, someone will tell you when it's your turn. Please go to the front of the church and turn right, and there'll be someone there once again with hand sanitizer. Please use it. Then wait there until the person in front of you has received communion. Then come forward. Please remain standing, and I will drop the host into your hand. I will be wearing gloves and a mask at that point, and then return to your seat. We have taken some seats out so there's plenty of room for you to get to and from the altar area without breaking social distancing. At the end of the service, please be careful as you depart to maintain social distancing. Now, I do have to say something that I know many of you don't want to hear, and I certainly don't want to say, but I'm required to. Both government and church advice is anyone over 70 years old or anyone with underlying health conditions should not attend public worship. I know that's going to be very disappointing to you, but that is what the advice we have. Now, it is not our job to police it. We will not be turning anyone away. If anyone who falls into those groups wishes to attend, they may, but I do need to tell you what the advice is. Now, I know some of you will choose not to come back, and I understand. We all have difficult decisions to make about our families, about our own health, and about priorities we have to make, and we understand that perfectly. And we will miss you, and we will look forward to the day when things return that we can all be back together in much safer conditions. We know some of you can't come, and we will miss you. Whoever, if you can or can't come, you remain in our prayers, you remain part of our church family, and we still care tremendously about you. Don't think we've forgotten you. All that we have done, following the advice we've been given, following the checklist and making sure everything is right, is for one purpose. That is so we can worship together safely. We need to keep you safe, and we need to be safe. So we ask you, be careful, be mindful of both your own needs and the needs of others. And then we can once again be together to praise God and to give thanks for all he has done for us. We will continue to have an online presence. Tomorrow, as every Sunday since the lockdown, there will be services posted online at 8 o'clock in the morning, which will include a sermon, hymns from St. Martin's in the Fields, readings and prayers. We also are going to attempt to record tomorrow's service and put that online. Hopefully, if all goes well, we should be putting that on our Facebook and YouTube page somewhere about 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. Our ultimate goal is to do live streaming, which means that you'll be able to watch the service from your home or wherever as it takes place. The problem we have with that is in order to do that, we need Wi-Fi. In order to get Wi-Fi, certain paperwork has to be approved by the diocese. And we are working as hard as we can to get that approval so we can provide that facility so that you can join with us even if you can't be in church. If you can join us, I please ask you at 10 o'clock tomorrow, stop and say a prayer and be mindful that we are praying for you so we can be once together, at least, if not physically together, spiritually together. We all look forward to the day when this is all over and life can return to something like normal and we can all worship as we're used to. But until then, we will do all we can to keep you safe, but all we can also to continue the worship life of this benefice. Thank you.